Okay, I'm legit waiting for my mom to, like, go because I don't like filming when people are around. Yes. I don't know how many years I've been on YouTube for, and I still hate it to death. Hey, beautifuls! So today I'm giving you guys another story time video, but I actually wasn't expecting on doing this early on. I was going to wait a while to kind of talk about this. Kind of waited to see if you guys wanted to hear any paranormal kind of stories I've had in my life. I haven't had anything crazy like, oh my god, my house was haunted, oh my god, a ghost almost possessed me. Like, I don't have those dramatic storytime videos, at least with paranormal stuff, so if that's what you're expecting, you're not gonna get it here, you might as well go. But, so I kind of felt like I wanted to do this video because the day I'm filming today is Monday, and, you guys won't see this till Wednesday, so happy Wednesday. But, yesterday, technically, because you guys are watching this Wednesday, was the anniversary of my stepdad's passing. So, it's been about 9 years now, and it never gets easier, honestly. Like, if you lose a loved one, it never does get easier. I've lost my uncle the year before, the year that my stepdad passed. I've lost 4 people in my family in 4 years, 5 in 6 years. So, it's something I'm kind of used to, but at the same time, it's still very sad, and I think everyone mourns differently, and grieves differently, and a lot of these experiences kind of came out of when I was feeling really low and really sad, and just felt like I could not go on, and all these things happened, and then it was kind of like reassurance, like, it's gonna be fine, you're okay, you know, I'm still here, that kind of thing. So I'm already getting emotional. But the elephant in the room, yes, I did cut my hair. It's not as short as it probably looks on camera, but when I first got it cut, it looked real short, but I actually kind of like it better this way now, so it can grow out, and it's easier, and I can actually have my hair down when I go, like, to student teaching and stuff, because it's not getting in the kids' faces, and it's not getting everywhere. So, a little background, my stepdad passed away January 26, 2007, from liver cancer, and it was just such a shock to me because I personally didn't think he was going to pass. I didn't think that his cancer was that bad that, you know, he didn't have much more time to live, that sort of thing. Like, I always pondered it, but I never really, like, thought about it, because if I thought about it, I get sad, and it just, you know, I just figured, okay, he's going to be around when I graduate high school, when I get married, when I have a baby, like, you know, this cancer, whatever. You know, I didn't really think of it at the time as a big deal, because I was only 10 years old when my mom and him reconnected. There's a whole story behind that, but I'm not going to put it on YouTube because that's her business. But basically, my mom and him, my stepdad, reconnected, and we ended up moving to Maine, and I lived there for 5 years, and to me, he's my dad. He's daddy. He is my dad. Like, he is my dad. Now, you guys know that I obviously have my dad, which is my biological father, but we don't really have that close of a relationship, and I don't think we really ever had, except when I was really little. I kind of got used to the fact that I didn't really have a dad. I had a dad part-time, basically, you could say that, but no, I do not have daddy issues, so whoever out there is gonna be like, oh, you have daddy? No, I don't. So, my stepdad was my dad. He was daddy, you know, my dad, and I'm very happy and fortunate that I was able to have him in my life for the years that I did, and I just wish that it didn't end as soon as it began. So, oh god, okay. I'm trying to calm down because I don't want to cry through this video. But yeah, so I've had quite a few paranormal experiences. Personally, I've kind of connected him to everything because it just kind of was like an aha. It was him. Probably wasn't. Probably could have been my imagination. Probably was nothing. But you guys get what I'm saying. People are very like, oh, some people believe in ghosts and stuff like that, and, you know, the afterlife, and, you know, heaven and hell and all that, and some people just don't. So, whatever you believe in, you know, I respect that, but please don't come bashing me on this video for, you know, what I've experienced, because you have no idea, because I hate it when people do that. I see that in the comment section of a lot of people's videos. So, Don't come on here bashing me for what I experienced and telling me I'm wrong or I'm dumb or this or that, because I personally don't care what you have to say and you're gonna get deleted and blocked. Because this video is kind of personal to me. My anxiety's personal, but this is real personal, so just throwing that out there. Okay, now disclaimers are out. Let's get into it. First paranormal kind of experience I had with my stepdad was a few months after he passed away. We were still living in the house in Maine. Probably maybe March, April, May, something like that. So it was a few months after he passed. I had a little track phone, flip phone, cell phone. So if I find a picture of it, I'll probably insert it right here. I never really talked on it that much. Like, it was just like a whatever, like, yeah, I have a phone, but I didn't really like pay too much attention to it because I was like, whatever. I had it sitting down on my sister's table in the living room. We had a little table that used to be mine with a little chair, and she would sit there and eat her food and color and draw, whatever, because she was, I think, in kindergarten at this time. So I'm watching TV on the couch and my phone's on the table, and all of a sudden my phone rings, and I didn't answer it, of course. You know, I don't answer things that, you know, that I don't recognize, and it was either a private number or an unknown number. It was one of the two. I cannot remember exactly, but it was basically, you know, I didn't recognize it, so I was not going to answer it. So I just let it go to voicemail, whatever, and my phone went off saying I had a voicemail, so I was like, whatever. I listened to it, and it was really, really weird. At first I thought it was someone that had the wrong number, but as I continued to listen to it, it was someone that went, "Hi!" And I couldn't really make out the background noise. It just sounded really fuzzy and really staticky. Like, it wasn't like, you know, it was like this person was in a busy place or something, and all I heard was, "Hi!" I couldn't hear the name. I don't know whose name they were saying. Kind of sounded just like, "Hi." I don't know. "Hi! It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay." And then it ended. And I at first was like, okay, this is probably a wrong number. Like let's think logically. This is a wrong number, whatever, they have a wrong number. Brush it off. But the more I started thinking about it and the more that I went back and listened to the voicemail, it sounded pretty damn close to my dad's voice. And it was really freaky. And I showed it to my mom, and she was like, "Oh, it can't be him, but maybe it was, you know, who knows? We don't know." So that was kind of like my first little experience, because at that time I was kind of, you know, depressed, and I was like, this is it, my life's over, and school wasn't going that good for me, and my social life and all that. So that was the first instance. The second instance happened in kind of a more personal way. So we moved back down here to Connecticut. Hi. I just started my freshman year in high school, back with all the people that I never thought I'd see again. And going from a country life to a city life was just culture shock for me. I talked about this before in my anxiety videos. It's not, you know, it basically fucked me up and still has to this day. But I was hanging out with all the wrong people. I was drinking. I was smoking cigarettes. I did try pot, but that's a whole nother story time video, because I don't think what I tried was pot. Honest to God. It was after this time everything was really, really bad. I was so depressed. I was sad. I felt so alone, and I just felt unloved, and I just stayed at home all the time in my room, went out and partied, snuck out. I just didn't care. I was like, whatever. Screw school, screw everything. I'm done. I've had it. Like, my life is pretty much over. And my stepsister had actually gone to a psychic, so his daughter. And you know, I always had a feeling psychics were like, like, it could go either way. It could end up being fake, or it could end up being real, that sort of thing. But she decided to go to one, I guess, for peace of mind with my dad's death and everything. And she called my mom and told me that he had come through in the reading. Again, like, I don't know if this was exact, but to me this was like like hitting the hammer on the head. Basically, what he had said in the reading that came through to the psychic was that to tell me that you are not alone, you are loved, you don't need to feel like you are unloved, because there's so many people around you that love you. And at this time, you guys, I was such in a bad place that I I didn't know what to do anymore. So to hear that, it was like, wow, he really kind of knew what was going on. Which leads me to believe that he's with me all the time. He's always with me. And that just horrified me a little bit because I was like, oh my god. Because it was exactly everything that I felt at that time. So I ended up kind of telling my mom what was going on with me because she didn't really know. I didn't really talk to anyone. I was kind of secluded in my room, and that was that. But oh, try not to mess this makeup up, girl. Ever since that happened, I stopped hanging out with those people. I stopped drinking, which was really hard. Stopped smoking. I stopped doing all the bad things. And that's when I met my ex-boyfriend a few months later. And this is kind of another instance, if you want to call it that. But the day that I met him online, but he happened to also live in Connecticut, so that was awesome. I think that's, yeah, I remember. I instigated that conversation because I was like, oh my god, you live in Connecticut too, let's hang out. 15-year-old Sam at this time, guys. And the day we met was on my stepdad's birthday, August 31st. So that was a big deal in itself. To me, I was like, wow, he brought this guy to me. It has to be a sign it was on his birthday. Now, I don't know if that was necessarily true, like I keep saying. It could just be coincidences, but I honestly really feel in my heart that this cannot just be coincidence. This has to be, you know, something that, you know, that's happening, and like, you get what I'm saying. I can't talk right now. I'm kind of flabbergasted at the moment. After my ex and I broke up and everything, I ended up, this was so unexpected, I ended up meeting David. Now, I met David the day after my ex broke up with me. We had been Facebook friends for a while, but I never talked to him. He never talked to me. The day that my ex broke up with me, the night, he had tried to talk to me on Facebook so randomly. Like, I had never talked to this guy before in my life. And I told him, obviously, I couldn't talk. So the next day, at 6 o'clock in the morning, I remember waking up. I was at my aunt's house, and I felt just, like, relief from that relationship. Like, bricks had been flown off. I felt so, like, calm and cool and collected. And David and I just started talking. And we have been ever since. And we did break up for a tiny little period of time, 10 days. And, but other than that, like, even when we did break up, he still was texting me every single day. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that's another instance as well, because his name is David, my stepdad's name was David, but he acts towards me so different than any other guy I've ever been with in my life. He's so sweet to me. He loves me. Like, I've never had someone love me so much. And I kind of feel like the more I thought about this, like, maybe my stepdad brought my ex to me to teach me a lesson, because I was pretty boy crazy at that time. And to be like, okay, well, you know what? It's not all gummy bears and, you know, rainbows and happiness. You know, some guys are going to crap on you. So this is a lesson learned for you. But at the same time, brings David to me, this loving, sweet, amazing, caring man that loves me unconditionally, and I've never had that in my life. So in those kind of instances, I feel like he really did kind of bring them both to me to teach me a lesson, and because David's right for me. He's my soulmate, and I really do honestly believe that he is my soulmate, because we vibe, it's so weird. We could finish each other's sentences. We know what each other's kind of thinking. Sometimes, like, I'll be thinking something and then he'll say it and it's like, what? Like, I was just thinking that. What? It's weird, but I don't know if you want to count those like my paranormal instances, but like I said, all this is personal to me. I really feel like all these instances were kind of, you know, little messages and little signs from my stepdad to be like, you know, it's gonna be okay. Everything is fine. You are fine. Keep going. All that kind of stuff. And there's been more than that. I don't know if I want to mention all of them. I'll mention a couple more instances, which is kind of weird. I remember having a dream a few years ago with my stepdad in it, and he was talking to me, We were sitting on the couch and he was talking to me about stuff. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he did appear in one of my dreams, which is very rare. He doesn't appear in my dreams like that often at all. And then when I was having my little breakdown a couple years ago, as you guys remember, which is why all the Talk That Talk videos started, I'm not schizophrenic or anything like that. Sometimes when I fall asleep, I hear like a voice in my head or something to say, you know, say random things, and sometimes I really feel like it's like my uncle or my stepdad just like saying shit just to fuck with me. I don't know, it's really weird. So I just remember hearing, "It's gonna be okay." Just his voice just being like, "You're okay, it's gonna be okay." Because I just felt so low and so sad. And I remember I had another dream when I was really depressed, and he was in it, and I woke up from that dream kind of feeling like, with the notion that, you know, my life could be so much worse. Why are you getting upset and depressed about all these things? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You need to stop. Why are you getting depressed about all this? It's not worth it. Again, you guys can make out all this stuff to what you want to believe and what you think, but personally, I feel like they're, you know, my stepdad and my uncle are my guardian angels, because yeah, I can't really say anymore. But I have one more instance that kind of happened. This happened before my bathroom was redone, so about a year ago. It was happening quite frequently, and it was kind of starting to freak me out, which is now why I only wash my face when I get on FaceTime with David when he gets out of work, because I don't like to be alone washing my face in my bathroom. I know it's kind of weird, but let me tell you guys why. So about a year ago, we redid the bathroom before that, and I remember I'm in the bathroom, no one else is around, my mom's in her room, my sister's in her room, my grandparents are downstairs watching TV, the cats are outside, downstairs, whatever. So it's just me in the bathroom, and I have the door shut, nobody else is in the bathroom but me. I'm washing my face like I normally do, and all of a sudden I hear a kind of noise right next to my ear. Actually, it's this ear. Right next to my ear. I freaked out, and I wiped all the soap and stuff off my face to look around, and there was nobody in the bathroom. It was really fucking weird. So after that, I just finished, you know, my face and got out of the bathroom as quick as I could, because I felt really awkward and weird after that. I felt really kind of scared. I was like, what the hell was that? So, that happened quite a few times until I started having David in the and on FaceTime in the bathroom with me on my phone, because I didn't want to be alone in the bathroom. And this even happened when I had the door open. Like, it was just really, really weird. And I was just like, okay, well, they're probably fucking with me. That's the only explanation I could come up with. That has been happening quite a few times. I think it happened once right after the bathroom was redone and everything was, you know, back in the bathroom and it was repainted. I think that happened once, and then finally I remember just kind of saying out loud, like, all right, whoever's doing that, you need to stop, because it's really freaking me out. And ever since I said that, it hasn't happened. So I don't know. I feel like it's them kind of being like, yeah, I'm here. I'm just letting you know that we're here. You know, we're not going anywhere, which is a nice kind of comforting feeling. But at the same time, like, I'm so skeeved about paranormal things, like with ghosts and that stuff. No, like, I'm just really skeeved about it. So I don't want to know, like, just like, I don't know, like, knock something over. Like, don't freaking, no, don't even knock anything over. Don't even knock anything over. Don't you dare. No. Just, I know you guys are here, basically, kind of thing. So, that's another thing that's been happening. Final paranormal thing that's kind of been happening, not really with me, but it's kind of me and my mom. It has to do with our cat, Sparky. Now, Sparky, we got him when we lived in Maine, so he remembers my stepdad. You know, he was there. So he's about 10 years old now. My cat Sparky, he never, ever used to really, like, lunge and attack my mom or my stepdad unless he was playing with them. So the past year or so, maybe a little over a year, he has been just randomly like attacking my mom's hands, like going and biting her and scratching her and clawing at her, just like really randomly, not like a vicious violent way, but kind of like a playing way. His eyes get real big and black. If you have a cat, you know, like he's playing. Like I don't think it's anything vicious, and it doesn't seem to be, otherwise he would keep doing it. But he just randomly does that so much, and my mom has kicked him out of the room before. Like, I'm kind of afraid to pet him now because I don't want him to do this and swipe at me and do the same thing to me. So we've both been kind of keeping our distance with him, but we're both kind of convinced that my stepdad is probably like doing something to be like, hey, attack your mom, attack her. Because when my stepdad was alive, he would play with Sparky, and Sparky would go run up and attack him and bite him, but not in like a mean way. So we think that kind of has something to do with that as well. But then again, like I've said before, everyone's gonna have their opinions and everyone's gonna think what they want and all that with all these kind of paranormal things. So but yeah, nothing has been really mean or vicious, you know, experiences I've had, but I feel like it's more of reassurance that, you know, he's still here, he's not going anywhere, you know, he's gonna be with us forever until we see him again someday. And that's comforting for me, because I felt like after, you know, when someone dies, they're gone, and that's that. Like, they're not coming back, you'll never hear from them again, you know, they'll never hear from you. Like, they're in a totally different world, and they cannot, you know, there's no way in hell. But then again, you have ghosts and all that kind of stuff that still manage to come back to, you know, haunt or do what they do. So, I don't know. When I was younger, I really just thought that, you know, once he's gone, he's gone. He's not coming back. I'm never going to hear from him again, you know, that sort of thing. So, all these experiences have kind of given me a lot of reassurance and made me feel kind of comforted in a way that I'm not completely alone, even though sometimes I do feel alone, and I have kind of felt that way the past week. I've been a little depressed, and I'm really thinking it's just my period and the change going back to school, and I've been really anxious, so that probably has a lot to do with it too. But yeah, so that was my little story time paranormal experiences video. I don't know if you really want to call them paranormal experiences, but to me, that's kind of what they were. I keep repeating myself because I'm kind of nervous and flabbergasted right now. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what other kinds of videos and story time videos you guys want me to do below. I can't even talk now. I'm like so like kind of, I don't know. I feel like after I talk about this stuff, like I just feel very weird. Like, I just feel really weird. But yeah, so I love you guys so much. Hope you have an awesome day. Subscribe here if you want to see more videos. And I will be having another vlog up the end of this week, so stay tuned for that. I'm trying to vlog every week. Let's see if I can do this in 2016. Okay? Okay. But yeah, so if you want to see more vlogs, go to my vlog channel. Subscribe there as well. And I love you guys so much. Hope you have an awesome day. And I will see you guys in my next video.